Good afternoon. Welcome to my channel. Today is, I think, the 23rd of June. Wait, I'm falling over my chair. Okay. 23rd of June, 2024. Shut the oven off. I'm taking a little break from doing my beaded cross stitch to continue with the little girl in the bonnet. Right there somewhere. Okay. Let me see if I can continue this without my magnifier. Let me see. I can't see what you can see because I'm having a glare. Okay, so I'm continuing over here. I sort of get halfway in here. Oh, because I want to go in a straight line. So I'm going to fill in over here. Well, I'm right in front of the window, and it's midday, so I'm in direct sunlight. I do have shades poured in. So my canvas is nice and tight. I'm expecting a package from Temu, and one of the items in that package will be a I don't know, it's a thing where I can put the beads in, like 5 different colors, and line them up. So I think that will help me as far as make it a little bit easier, and perhaps less beads will fall on the floor. You think so? I think so. The extreme heat has broken. Beautiful weather today. I think about 25 centigrade to 27 centigrade, which is perfect. Okay, now let me come back this way, and then I will go back. Oh, well, that's not going to work, is it? So I will have to come back again. Well, that idea did not work. But I'm having a problem coming up here. You know, this is a full coverage, and this is the bottom. There's a little feet. When you get to this point, actually, there's so much yarn, excuse me, on the canvas that that it's hard. It's hard to come up. Well, let's see if I can come up this way. I'm definitely out of practice. Okay, I see how I'm gonna get there. I just figured it out in my brain because I wanted to do a straight line, but as you can see, I sort of halfway left it there. I was wondering why my yarn is so short, and I think I just pulled something up from the back. Okay, we got rid of that unwanted, whatever that thing was. Of course I'm not going to show you the back. It's a total mess. It's my mess. Okay, I thought I missed a couple of squares there, but no, there's a different color there. The problem with this all white background is some of the colors, some of the details are really not showing up. So I will see when I finally get finished, but I have this feeling that I might have to do some back stitching to make the pattern jump out from the white background. If I had to do it over again, I would not stitch the white background, because when you wash it, it's going to be white anyway. But this is a complete full coverage, and I have said many times this pattern has sentimental. I just pulled out the magnet with my thimble. This pattern has sentimental value to me. Take the thimble off, put the magnet back on, there you go. Okay. Now where's my needle? Needle is hanging underneath. I'm doing two-handed stitching. Okay, right there at the hole. Okay, now what I'm going to do is start right there with the half row and then go all the way back, and then that way I think I will be able to do the full row. Anyway, this is the conclusion I came to. I'm getting some plates, some bowls, little bowls for the microwave. You know, like, well, the small rice bowls, but you're able to put it in the microwave. Or use it for relish, you know. And I'm getting 4 soup plates, because my soup plates seem to have went to soup plate heaven, you know. Yeah, so I had to replace. And I needed some cooling racks. I don't know, I think hubby took it to the village to use as grill rack. And I made a banana cake, banana bread with nuts in it. Almonds, I put slivered almonds in it, and some sunflower seeds. And they're delicious. And I wanted to dump it out to cool it, and I had no cooling racks. And I go, cooling racks went to the soup plate heaven. And I asked hubby, where's the racks? And of course, looking at me all innocent, I don't know where your cooling racks went to. And I go, well, let me take 3 guesses. Village, and the village. But he goes, we only have property in one village. So I said, well, then I am of the opinion that all 3 racks are at the village. And he goes, weren't those barbecue racks? And I go, guilty you are. No, they were not. First they too thin. He goes, yeah, but they're stainless steel. I go, yeah, and they don't hand them out for free. So I bought some more. And he goes, why do you need cooling racks? I go, to cool stuff on. Yeah. Is that logical? Hubby doesn't work on logic. He goes, what do you want to cool? Oh dear. Forget it. Easier just to replace. I told him, don't take any more stuff from the kitchen over here in the city to the kitchen in the village. Excuse me. I said, there's plenty of stuff over there. You don't need to take it from here. This small apartment over here in the city is a bare minimum apartment. It's too small to have anything extra here. I'm sure you know what I mean. It's big enough for the 3 of us. Everything has its place, but there's no room for extra stuff or junk or, you know. Oftentimes I have to clean out the closets and the cupboards because things have a habit of piling up, and then we're like, there's no room for anything. And the only reason there is no room is because there's a lot of unnecessary stuff around. So I do have to, I think I just railroaded a stitch. So I do have to clean out quite often. The cupboards and everything else. I was going to try to go from the top down, but I'm running into roadblocks over here. You know, when it's nice and quiet like this, it's after lunch, nap time. I like to hear the noise the thread makes going through the canvas. I'm weird like that. Is anybody else like that? I did have I was trying to look for some movie on Netflix, but I couldn't find anything to interest me. Did you like the ending of Bridgerton? I think it ended, I'm not sure. I mean, the gossip writer was exposed, wasn't it, Penelope? I think so. I have to look at that over again because I was sort of peeking in and out of the last chapter. And then when I tried to run Bridgerton again, it started over from the beginning. And I go, nope, I've seen that already. I don't like to watch repeat movies. I see it once, that's enough. Well, there was a story of Moses and the Exodus, which I did not like. I thought was rather, let's just say I didn't like it, so I didn't even continue to watch. I mean, they had Ramses chewing gum or whatever, you know? It's like, I don't think so. What really would have pissed me off if Ramses had a, wristwatch on. I think in the Ten Commandments or whatever, there was one of the actors who forgot to take the wristwatch off. One of the extras. But in this one, Ramses was rather middle-aged. And at that age, to have a baby, I mean, a pharaoh would start having babies much younger than that. But anyway, the usual story, his firstborn died. So if you're going, with the story that all the firstborn died that did not have the, the blood on the door, well then he was rather old to have a firstborn. And why was he chewing gum? Whatever he was chewing, he definitely was chewing something. That could have been some sort of leaves or, mint leaves or whatever, to have a nice breath. But, the whole, didn't really like it, They had, Moses floating down the river. Now, the Nile River tends to flow rather rapidly, so I doubt if they would, place the baby in the middle of the river. And that's exactly where Moses was floating happily along. And I think Miriam or whoever, told the Pharaoh's daughter or whatever, it wasn't clear. The whole thing was rather, I didn't like that. A couple of cute films I watched. didn't particularly like the story of the vampire either. It was rather weird. Because I doubt if there's such a thing as a vampire. Vladimir did exist, and he was the impaler. And I think this is where the concept, you know, with him being bloodthirsty, but then I think he lived in an era where you had to make your enemies afraid of you if you wanted to stay alive. Oh, that was another, okay. I sort of watched it. Actually, majority of the time I'm listening to it because I'm, you know, doing something while the movie's on. I like the Ice Age ones. I love that. That was fun. Could you believe it? I can't find the hole. It's ridiculous. I wonder if you get out of practice doing stitching. Because I've been working on beads now for a few days. Well, my concept that I would finish this for my birthday, but that's not going to happen, which is okay. It will get done for my next birthday. But then I was doing other projects in the meantime, so I was not being lazy. Actually, I made very good progress on this canvas with a whole bunch of confetti. When I finally got to the bottom, I was going like, wow. I think this is a 50 by 70 centimeters. And I did run out of few threads, so good thing I had my basic, I don't know, 450 or whatever stash. So what I'm going to do is the ones that I took out from the basic stash, those are the only ones I'm going to order, because I don't want to be a warehouse of, you know, yarn and diamonds and crystals and what have you. So I made up my mind that I will use whatever I have, and if I have to replace something, only replace what I have used up. There's no reason for me to be a warehouse for craft items. Yes, I try to limit myself from ordering more because I have plenty. Even if I have to wait for yarns, I have plenty of other projects to work on while I am waiting for delivery. Yes, I do wax my yarn. I found it to be a lifesaver, especially with the Egyptian cotton that wants to go into curlicue. I have not used the invisible thread for the beading. I used for the thread that was included. The invisible thread I cannot see, it is so invisible. And I'm not too sure that it is as strong as, for the beading I use polyester thread rather than cotton. It does seem nice and strong. Now this particular thread, white thread, you know, the other bead had different colors to match the beads. This one with the pearls had white thread, and it was regular thread. And I had no problem whatsoever. It is thin. I had no problem with the pearls, all the same size. So I'm very happy with that. It restored my faith in beaded cross stitching. Now I know I'm there and the needle won't go in. This is how much stuff there's in the back. You know, with all this confetti, there's lots of yarn poured over. But it is beautiful. And that's the reason why we're doing it. For the beauty of it. And the fun of stitching. For me, stitching is very relaxing. I am over, you know, the learner's mistakes. Definitely sticking with my notion that my craft should be fun. It should not drive me crazy. I learned a lot. So like I said, the only thing I have not tried yet is the silky ones. So that's next on my bucket list. One certain silky one, you know, with all the flowers, keeps on popping up at me. So I definitely think it wants to come home with me. So I will have to order it. Good Lord. In a very awkward position. At that spot right there. As far as how my hands are. And I think that could have a reason why I'm having such a bad time finding holes. So this is already a new skein of this color that I had to add on because I ran out. And I thought this is white, but it isn't. It's not a 5200, it's a different color. So it's a good thing I looked twice, because first I pulled out the white skein and I looked again and I said, well, the numbers don't match. And it wasn't acro. Oh, possibly an eggshell white. Which still doesn't make much sense because the pattern itself, the little girl, still doesn't jump out from the light background. So, the way I look at it, I think it would behoove me to do back stitching. At least around, you know, the outline of the figure. if I really want it to look the way I imagined it will look. This is an 11 count, so it does take a lot of yarn. The beaded one is a 9 count, and that takes up a lot of yarn, but there's plenty of yarn. So everything is fine. I might have to order this color. From the way I looked at it today, although the bottom is done, where the little girl is standing, so the checkerboard on the bottom, that took a lot of yarn too. So the bottom is done, her boots are done. I have a few more over here to fill in, and the rest is this light colored background. And there's some more of this color inside her blouse that has like polka dots in it, which I already filled in, so only this color is missing in her blouse back there. So it's coming along very well. And I already have another needle already threaded with this color yarn. I want to make some progress with the background. Sort of my relaxing stitching time. Now, really concentrating on the beaded one. And I've got to the place, you know, where the butterfly starts. So there were a lot of color changes. So, but I've used almost all of the 22 colors. Our thread is getting short. Thank you very much for spending time with me this Sunday afternoon. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, enjoy the summer. Bye for now. Mwah.